both are looking for some near-term angst, I think, in equities.
An environment in which people are on edge.
If we do get a black swan event, where does gold go?
The next big crisis in the financial markets is going to be private credit.
And cue the fire. That is it. The game is over. Go ahead and on the way out, turn the lights off. How about that? You guys actually listen to me. Imagine the amount of money I will save on my electric bill. That's it, kids. It is gone. It is all gone. Crypto gone. Major indices gone. Gold and silver. I'm not going to say it because you're not going to like this. Only like it when I say gold and silver go up. But heed my return to normal. If you're currently in the private credit stocks, ain't normal. It was 100% predicted. Not just by saying, oh, it's private credit. Blue Owl, spot on. Silver call yesterday, you're welcome. That's why I labeled it my most important video, because I needed you to click the buy button, then a take profit. Did you? Futures, you guys were up 15.64%. There you go. There's your day job. Because you can see when the plane runs out of gas and then it goes down and then you hear poop, poop, paw, some kind of plane noise. And I clicked the button and I did 101 for you. $73 a share. If you traded with $1 million, you just put on $156,000 extra. What are you going to buy? Also, if you need videos on how to do it step by step, it's right there. Leave in the comments section. Where do I start? 1million.ai. Teach you everything from start to finish. $2.99. But now I come bearing warning after all that money that you guys made. Crypto exchanges buckle. Just like that, when you wanted to get your money out of the bank, you can't. We are aware of some technical difficulties affecting withdrawals on the platform. This is what happens at a top. But I know you gold and silver, right? You're like, well, that's why I hold it. Ain't getting this Bravo unless you come in and rob my house. Okay. Even if you have this, it doesn't mean that you can sell it. Well, I'm never going to sell. Okay, fine, Larry. I mean, for me, I would like to know ahead of time if I had crystal balls, which I do, that I'm going to lose half the value, and I could have kept it. Let me show you. You have these two. These two go up to 2 more. It's worth that much value. And then you sell, okay, and then you get to keep all of them. Boy, when did silver get slippery? Now, I know what you're saying. You can't, because then you don't have any. Because it all goes back into this stuff. You don't want it to go into this stuff. But just work with me here. I now have 4. I originally started off with 2, so I doubled my money, and then I sold, and I kept the 4, and then it went down, and then it went back up, and on the bounce, I got 2 more, so now I have 6. Because I know tops and bottoms, then I have 8, and who do we appreciate? But just for the sake of argument, let's just stick with paper. It wasn't the physical. But then you're doubling it, AAA, 8, 16, 24, I don't know, 50, less than 48. Something not so heavy, I could start doing these. So in the comments section, you guys were telling me about silver, like you went to your coin dealer and you're like, hey, it's at $120. I'd like to cash in my bars. They're like, it ain't happening. See, we have a liquidity issue. Just because you own it does not mean it is worth that much. I mean, unless you get on a plane and go to China. It's the same thing with the housing market. You're like, my house is worth $2 million. No, it's not. Actually, all of these people with very limited brain cells are now trying to sell their house at these prices. They're pricing it higher than the new ones. They're like, I don't know. There's no buyer. So for the first time in American history, new homes, less than old dirty ones. And we have now big inventory where we had little inventory. And anyone who puts their house on the market, they're like, anyone? Hello? Anyone want to buy my $2 million house? How about 1 million? Oh, hey, look, a buyer. So known as price discovery. But as we speak, people are not able to get their coins off of the crypto. If you want to put it on something like this, it's a treasure. It's my own. I have my own bank, but people are not getting it off. Remember one of the bull markets I've been through? I've been trading crypto for a decade. Bitcoin went up to 20,000 and my Coinbase account. They're like, nope, can't get out. Sorry, you're trapped. Same thing with the banks. You think you're going to go in there and be like, hey, give me all my money. It's not in there. And this stuff doesn't even exist. There's probably 2 trillion in the entire universe. I wouldn't want to be one of these banks right now. We are currently repeating topping patterns. I see this because I trade every day. JP Morgan forecasts gold to hit 6,000, 9,000, billion, silver $1 trillion. Anything to get you all in. Go for one more pump. I'm not saying that that was the top. I will tell you that the swing trade's great. Remember, you got to get above the top you just put in last week. Then it was just rug pulled out from under you. So just FYI, so I can save your fingers from smashing on the keyboard. I realize all of the macro behind gold and silver. I also realize that there is a difference in price. I am just here to help you with getting as many as you can by trading the paper, and then you buy your physical. I also need to warn you when banks are coming out like, oh my gosh, we're going to so much more. That's exactly what happened here in crypto. I mean, YouTubers were coming after me. This was last year. I'm like, nah, I'm going to go with that's a left shoulder, that's a head. I said, we're going to put in a right shoulder. We're going to break that neckline and we're going to drop way down there. No, it's different this time. Just took out a Bitcoin trade and I got out of it. When I get back into it, I'm going to have more Bitcoin than what I had last time. Like I'm going to have more silver than what I had last time. All you have to do is you just need to understand this. And I need to warn you about this. This is how it always is. New paradigm, denial, return to normal, and then here we go. This is also known as a bull trap, and I just think someone needs to just give you a warning. I'm not saying that this is confirmed. It's not confirmed. Hi, Johnny Bravo. We'll buy here and sell right there. Done. If you want to zoom in, right there. Here, if you want to know where silver is currently going, this is live right now. This is called a rising wedge, and it's gonna break out of that like it did right there, and it's gonna go lower. I am gonna make money going back down. This is currently being traded on the 2-minute. Some people will take this video and said, you said silver's going to go lower. No, it's going to go lower here and it's going to go back up again. Probably not as fast as it did a few weeks ago because everyone was like, well, there goes my position. All of the leverage got wiped out, gone, obliterated. Because what goes up in FOMO comes back down with leverage. Then they're like, well, guess I'm never trading this again. Oh, by the way, an energy ETF, XLE. You see that? It's a cup and handle. I mean, I wouldn't expect it to do that, but it'll probably get there. When on that Bitcoin trade, that last one was 74, went to 78, I closed. Bitcoin friends, you broke a weekly moving average. No bueno. Don't come crying to me when you can't get out. I don't care what the CEOs say or this says or Bloomberg or Robert Kiyosaki or Bobblehead Jim. Guys, here's PayPal here. This is when you know. Listen to what Alex just said.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm so excited about it going forward. So look, I love being an underdog. I will take all of that feedback and we'll shock the world.
Yeah, you think you're going to shock the world. How are you going to do that?
We've got an Innovation Day coming out on the 25th.
Okay, so remember, keep in mind, we're going to shock the world. It's already down. It was down 29%. It's at $57. Lo and behold, I think it dropped to $39 today. Well, at least you weren't up here at 300. It does prove a point, though. What goes up? That's unhealthy. Let me just draw a fib for you so you can see the difference. 45 degrees. See that dotted line? That was healthy. That, not healthy. That, healthy. Oh, and here's another one. Here's Blue Owl, because no one could have predicted the collapse of Blue Owl and private credit and Blackstone, well, except for everyone that understands this. And let me ask you, can you see a Head and Shoulders? Can you see something? Yes, it's all in the course. So when you see a 45-degree angle like that, that's okay. That's good. But then when you're like, oh, we're going to go here. Yeah, you're going to have a pullback. Or when you do that, that's no good. So here you go. Here's your Head and Shoulders on Owl. It's going to come down. It's going to retest. It's going to fail. Your digits are going to go up. I come here on this channel and I go, wow, that silver, that pump, that's not healthy. Yes, it is. Bravo. You don't understand the COMEX and you don't understand it's God's money. You don't understand. I do. It's different this time. I understand that also. But do you not find it interesting that I say, most important video, please, you're going to make your digits go up in 15%. So do me a favor, look and see if you've been unsubscribed. Much appreciated. But again, look at what you learned. See the 45-degree angle? When it starts to do that, I'm like, guys, no, you don't understand the macro. I'm like, yes, I do. You can rewind the tape. I said, you do that, you're going to give it back. What happened? It gave it back. Ding, ding, ding. I can't talk to people when it's in that FOMO and I'm missing out and this is the time. Now it could keep going on. You guys got to get past that. I also understand the manipulation. Fine. Play the card you're dealt. Don't whine about it and be successful. Tell me you've never cheated at the game of Monopoly. at least a 100 under your crotch. Bravo, these guys need to go to jail. Multi-trillion manipulation by JP Morgan just got exposed. Gold had one of its worst days in decades, fell 20%. Lock them up. If you could see it in the charts, why don't you just take advantage of it? I'm trying to solve this problem here. This is delinquencies. Looks like everyone's struggling. This is the student loan crisis. Actually, this is everything crisis. Look at this. Eddie Bauer filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and it's gone. You're on the Titanic. It's sinking. Private credit is yelling at you. Millionaires are yelling at you. Ray Dalio's yelling at you. What's Ray saying? The world is on the brink of capital war. Not just that, China is now backing their currency with gold. Peter was just on this guy's channel. From El Salvador, Peter was just on my channel. And I don't care. I think it's a moot point. I mean, oh no, they back their current. Everyone, let's be communists. Let's use the yuan. Let's look like California and New York. Again, that's not my solution to these problems. Many U.S. households feel like they can't get ahead financially, and they're right. You can't. You're right. That is because this stuff right here, this beautiful little sheet of paper that it says 100, it's not worth 100. It's worth less than 1. And that's why I come here and teach you to trade this, but I don't want to keep doing this. Teaching you how to do this on the show actually kills my channel. YouTube's like, oh, it's a stock trading channel. When I stop showing this, my growth exponential. That's why I really need you to take the course so you could know how to do this and I don't have to do it every day. But what the S&P 500 is in, this is a regression channel or a regression trend. You click that button right there. It'll actually do it for you. But I want to get rid of this. Now you have 2 trend lines. 1, it's a rising wedge. 2, it went up. It got rejected. This is currently on the weekly. Also, let's turn on some, I have no indicators on. What's my Bravo Kit Pro say? Come on. There you go. 789 at the top. That's how I picked yesterday's silver bottom right here. 789, purple up, put in a buy, ride it all the way up, make digits go up. What here you is purple, 789. That's it. You can't get above it. The game's over. Be ready for a lot of things to break. But in the meantime, you're going to, when it goes down, trying to help you solve problems. And with that, I love you. I will see you tomorrow.